All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is May 5th. We got two NBA playoff games to jump into today. The first one is going to be the Sixers taking on the Celtics. We'll go into each game. I'll give you my lean on both the spread and the total, but you guys know the drill. My final plays will be in the pinned comment. That means what I'm actually going to be rolling with, what actually counts towards my record. We're coming off of a little mini. We'll get the little broom out, huh? The mini sweep here. It's like a pencil. Picture this being a little sweeper. And we swept last night. We had the Warriors -5.5. Easy, no sweat. Then we had the Warriors and the Lakers under 227, which that game finished 127 to 100. So, yeah, I guess you could say that we swept that one out just a little bit by a half point there. And it's funny because we almost pulled the trigger on the 227 line at one point, which would have been a push. I waited it out and got 227.5, and I think it closed at 226.5 if I'm not mistaken. So sometimes the early bird gets the worm. Obviously, if we've all been burned, we have all been burned in the past placing a bet early, but placing it early actually did the trick this time. Let's go ahead and jump into this game. Before we do, guys, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. You guys have been going crazy as of late. We get the vibes going now. Hit that like button for good luck on your plays as well. And guess what? We're getting back to it, ladies and gentlemen. I know a lot of OGs are going to be very happy about this. The ride of the day makes its return. If you don't know what the ride of the day is, all you got to do is use a hashtag ride of the day and then give me a play in the comments. You got to use the hashtag. That's what I search for. So use hashtag ride of the day in the comments and then give me a play on either of these games. And I'm going to be picking one person prior to game time, one person to jump on board and ride with them, putting my money where your mouth is, and then you guys get a shout out, win or loss, in tomorrow's video. So use hashtag ride of the day. But let's go ahead and jump into this game here. We have the Sixers taking on the Celtics. First game in Philly. The Sixers are underdogs still at +2. Total is sitting at 214 right now. The Celtics come in and win that second game in pretty dominant fashion. Joel Embiid also played in that one. Obviously, we know the Celtics kind of dropped the ball in game one, ended up losing by 4. So now the series is tied 1-1 here. And to me, I think this line's a little bit fishy. I know they're going to the Sixers. I know they're going to Philly, and I understand that. But I still think that the Celtics team showed in both games and multiple times how good they can be. Like, they blew the Sixers out last game in game 2 with Jason Tatum having, 7 points, barely playing too. So I do think that this is a good spot for the Celtics. I say that. I'm a Celtics fan. Always want to tell you guys that. But nonetheless, unbiasedly, I think that this is a Celtics game here. So I'm going to lean towards the Celtics minus the 2 points. In terms of a total here, 214.5. We had the over in game 1. That did not come through, but that's just because the Sixers didn't carry any of their weight. If the Celtics can do their thing and the Sixers can kind of come through and continue to do their thing, I'm going to lean towards the over. Now, I see all the comments being like, oh, you're an idiot for taking the over, blah, blah, blah. Embiid's playing, you slow things down. Yes, and yes. So if you're on the under, I wouldn't blame you because a lot of these games have been trending towards the under in the playoffs. That being said, the Celtics have hit plenty of overs in the playoffs here, and they've kind of carried the weight. So all we needed last game was really the Sixers to kind of pull, or I guess the Sixers put up 10 more points and we're looking at something digestible for an over. You know what I mean? So I do think that this is a good over spot. I think the Sixers are going to come out and try and score and kind of set the tone. And I think the Celtics are going to match that energy. Jason Tatum should have a big game after a terrible game last game. So I do like this as well. And guys, before we even move on to the next game, I do want to say, make sure you're checking me out over on Instagram and TikTok at EvPicks with a Z at the end. Our old TikTok, as you know, got banned, which is unfortunate. We got 30-something thousand followers. We got banned for literally no reason. They still have not communicated to me. So we started a new one. That is where we're posting all or most of our player props there. Now, we did have the Marcus Smart player prop when I posted on YouTube for the last video. If I feel really strongly about a player prop or I want to play it as a single, I will go ahead and throw that in the pinned comment as well, so you can keep an eye on that. But if I'm doing any prize picks or anything like that, that's over on those short form content platforms. So make sure to check that out. Again, it's EvPicks, EvPickz, spelling bee champ. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Again, my leans on this one are Celtics -2 and then the over 214.5. And before we do get to the next game here, I do want to talk to you guys about Outlier. You've seen it in a couple videos as of late. One of my favorite sports betting research platform tools here, guys. Definitely go check it out. Use that link in the description or the pinned comment. You guys can find that and check this to get a 7-day free trial. After that, it is $19.99 a month, but I will tell you guys, I really do think 20 bucks a month, well worth what you're getting in this tool. If you want to see how it works, check out my MLB video from earlier this morning. I do go in at the end of that video and kind of plug around and show you guys the tool on the computer version. They have an app version as well, which is super fast, super easy, super visual and digestible. Check out Outlier, guys. Link in the description as well as that pinned comment. All right, now we move on to our second game of the evening. We have the Suns hosting the Nuggets here. Nuggets up 2-0 in this series. Suns obviously haven't looked all that great. In fact, both games, really, you can't even make an argument that were close. Game 1 ends in a score result of 125-107, an 18-point win. And then the Nuggets really control that game, winning a low-scoring game, winning by double digits again, 97-87 here. Chris Paul is out for the Suns, and yet they still come in here as favorites in this game, which is a little worrisome to me because if you've watched a dribble of this series, the Nuggets are the better team. They look way better. Jokic looks like he can just do whatever he wants with Ayton. Ayton hasn't showed up yet. Will he show up more with Chris Paul out? Maybe, but still, I think it might be a chalk play, a public play, but I have to lean towards Denver plus the 4.5 points here. They've just shown that they're the better team, but I will say this, guys, beware if you're going to tail that. Beware if you're looking at this game because Vegas knows a hell of a lot more than we do, any given moment. And the fact that the Suns are heavily favored here at home, I do get a little, I don't want to say worrisome about, but it is a little bit interesting. They were really good at home last year, or this past season, 30-14 at home, and it gets a spread there at 44-43-2, but at home they're only 23-20, so I don't really love this. Do I think that the Suns win this game? I wouldn't be surprised if the Suns win this game. I'd be actually kind of surprised if they do go down 3-0, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they, win this game by 2 points and don't cover that 4.5. So I'm leaning towards Denver in this one, strictly because Denver has been the better team, and also Denver, when plus 4.5 is the spread, they're underdogs. They've covered that in 9 of their last 10. Now we're looking at the total of 225. I've seen it at 224 on some sportsbooks, so keep an eye on that if you are looking for, if you're looking at an over, because I am going to actually take a peek at the over. Oh my God, Evan, you're crazy. Sound the psycho alert alarm. Yeah, I might be, but this Suns team plays a lot better at home in terms of pace, so I like the spot for them here. I think that this is going to be a game in which the Suns really realize that, okay, we can't play slow. If we have these possessions where Booker or it was Chris Paul or Kevin Durant kind of try and dribble around and find a nice open mid-range jumper, that's not going to work. They're going to have to run the Nuggets out of the gym if they do want to take a win here. So I expect the pace to be pushed. What they don't realize is that the Nuggets actually can push the pace plenty. We saw it when the Timberwolves tried to push the pace against the Nuggets. It took one game for the Nuggets to be like, okay, we'll just run with you. It's not our preference, but we'll just run with you. So I like the over here just because I think that's going to be the mentality of the Nuggets. This game, I'm not seeing as clearly as the Celtics-Sixers game, if I'm being honest, because that line really threw me for a loop this morning. But I do like the Nuggets here. Suns, maybe to win. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but that 4.5 points seems like a little bit too much to give. But what the hell do I know? We got a shirt that says "Fade Me On," guys. But hope you guys do enjoy the video. It is a quick one, but we only have 2 games to talk about, so hope you guys do enjoy. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you guys in the next video, all right? Peace out.